Hi guys, good morning to one and all attending this webinar. Data visualization is about empowering decision makers with the solid insights to make informed decisions. By its name, the dashboard in a car allows the driver to take quick decision and act accordingly while he is driving the car. Likewise, proper insights about a company from its own data helps the person who manages that company to take better decisions on time. I'll kickstart today's webinar by presenting a quick overview about BolBI and its key features. And then let us look into the important features that are necessary for getting insights from your data. Further, let me create dashboards to analyze about web pages, those that generate revenue, and web pages, those get reacted to marketing campaigns. This demo would be comprising data from Google Analytics, Stripe, and Salesforce data that would track website conversions, sources, and revenue together. I hope you all know about Google Analytics and Salesforce. Stripe is a payment gateway platform which is similar to other payment gateways like PayPal, ChargeBee, Chargeify, and so on. So Bolt BI, it is an end-to-end solution for creating, managing, and sharing business dashboards, which composes a dashboard designer with which you can design the dashboards with no code. Coming to the key features, it is able to connect 85 plus data sources, which are all of them are commonly used data sources such as Microsoft Excel, CSV, SQL Server, PostgreSQL, and any web service which has RESTful kind of framework can be supported. The dashboards that are rendered in BolBI is using HTML5. So the end users just need the modern browsers to view the dashboard. Not only in the screen, as you know, you have this dashboard visible in mobile as well. And there is a feature called data notification. With this feature, you'll be able to receive email notification when a specific value reaches a threshold. For example, if you have configured the sales figure in a bar chart or a card widget, whatever it may be, and if you'd like to get notified when that sales volume reaches a threshold, you can easily set that configuration in BolBI itself. You don't need to create any separate trigger or run a separate application for that. And the next feature is BolBI is a business user friendly with drag and drop dashboard designer. With this, you'll be able to compose and publish dashboards without any help from IT team or any website team and so on. Even not even from the BI team. Coming to the licensing part, this model will be suited to both small and large teams. I request you to check the pricing page of bolbi.com from where you'd be able to get more information. Bolbi is available in majorly in two different forms apart from embedded. I'll tell that as well. When it comes to cloud, as you all know, a SaaS product, Bolbi as a SaaS product, you'll not be need to install any software and no need of maintaining or no need of costly upgrade. All you need is a computer with a modern browser and internet connection. Just deploy the account and you are good to go and use wherever you need and however you need. And when your need is over, you can just wind off as you go. And coming to the on-premise, you'll be having full control of your company's dashboard experience at your site. There are some cases that the data might not be able to move to cloud due to some security concern and some other reasons. In most of those cases, you can install Bolt BI as an on-premise setup in your own machine. Plus, you'll be able to install it in any cloud deployment as listed: Azure, AWS, or GCE, Google Cloud. And you'll be ensuring the security of your data. Also, as there is no database servers are shared, you no need to worry about the data transfer speeds. Coming to the embedded part, this is nothing but you'll be able to embed the dashboard designer and also the viewer inside your business application using iframe, JavaScript API, and REST API. Likewise, you can also embed the data source as well. This is an essential need for enterprise applications where they prefer this very much because a lot of time gets saved instead of switching between different applications. This embedded feature allows the dashboard experience within their own application itself. Any data connectors can be summarized into these 4 categories: SQL, NoSQL, file, and web. Also, the generic web connector allows us to connect any other data source apart from listed if it is REST enabled. Bolt BI comes with a lot of visualization options. Almost 35 plus widgets are available, which can comprise for all the formats, like for the comparison, to find the relationship, to find the deviation, to find the proportion, and for distribution. And also, I'd like to tell you 3 additional important features that are available in Bolt BI, which are mainly required to get quick insights. First one is dashboard templates. It is nothing but pre-built dashboards that allows you to quickly create your own AUSM dashboards. Just by choosing the template, entering your credentials, the fully functional dashboard will be cooked up in mere seconds. Upon creating, you can modify the dashboard to tune them up further based on your taste. Coming to the next, the shared tables. It is used to join multiple extract mode data sources to form a single data source. To derive a proper insight, often we need to combine more than one web data source like Salesforce, Google Analytics, Stripe, Smartsheet, whatever it may be. In those cases, shared tables are really helpful. Coming to the next feature, cross-data filtering is just an extension to the usual filters which you have in both Data Source Designer and Dashboard Designer. Apart from restricting records based on a defined criteria, cross-data filtering also helps to combine values from 2 different data sources irrespective of the column name. I'll explain the same with an example during the demo. Data visualization is one of the critical components of organizational data science. Building a real-time marketing platform has changed from top view to bottom-up approach. It begins with a collaborative effort of marketing team, sales team, and executive team to build strategies, run campaigns, and ensure the success. Like product manager, CEO, or a general manager would thrive to understand how valuable is their website, like which web page generates more revenue, how much it is, and which marketing campaign is so successful with that brings good set of visitors to the website. Because visitors of website are gonna convert as customers, as you all know. And in general, to decide which page work better, decision makers make use of individual metrics like page views, traffic data alone. And along with their personal intuition, they decide the pages that work better and proceed further. But just think, Insights derived from combined data from different sources will act as a strong base to quickly decide and improvise your website more better. Let's dive into such a demo now. So coming to the first part of demo, I'm going to create these two dashboards. Before creating the dashboard, let me just explain what it is having. So in this dashboard, I have combined two data sources, that is Salesforce and Google Analytics. As you see in the dashboard, this widget lists campaigns that has been run in the past year, and this widget shows you the conversion rate that has been produced by each campaign. As you see, the summer food court has produced a larger chunk of conversion, and we can easily decide that these campaigns are the most successful. Coming to this column chart widget, it just tells the new users that are derived by each campaign. Just think that campaign would be from Salesforce, and new users, the conversion rates, all these metrics are from Google Analytics. In this dashboard, we are going to combine these two data sources. Coming to the next demo, I'm going to combine Google Analytics and the Stripe data source. As I told earlier, Stripe is a payment gateway platform which is used in many SaaS products. Stripe is just the same example. You can just replace it with your own payment gateway like PayPal, Chargebee, Chargeify, as I told earlier. Coming to the widget, this pie chart tells you the gross volume that has been generated by different channels of website. As you see, the direct channel and the referral channel has produced the most gross volume, and also the organic search also has good set of figures, producing a decent share of gross value. And the next widget tells you the top 5 landing pages by revenue and what is the page count as well. So as you see, the pages, the /blog, and these 3 blogs come into the top 5 page, and which generates more revenue and also has a decent good count of page views. I hope now we can dive into creating these two data sources. So coming to the first demo, let me just create the this feature, shared tables feature. For this, I have already pulled up the data from Google Analytics, as you see. And this Google Analytics data is just having these details: landing page, date, bounce rate, page views, and session. But this is not enough to generate these two insights, right? So what we are going to do is, I'm going to combine this Google Analytics data with the Stripe data, which also I have already extracted. So as you see here, you could see the shared tables pop up in this collapsed group bar. Once you expand this group bar, you'll be able to see all the extract data sources. Once again, I'm telling that I'm going to combine the Google Analytics data with the Stripe data. Okay, so both these data are totally different, and for our use case, I'm going to combine these two data. So I have already pulled out the payouts information from Stripe, and now I'm going to create the relation between these two tables. For that, I'm going to use the date column from the Google Analytics data, and from the Stripe payouts data, I'm going to use the arrived date column. So once I merge and click the update button, the preview page provides you the combined data view. As you see, data from Stripe and Google Analytics have been merged together, and with which we can easily create this dashboard and attain these two KPIs. Let's dive in. So a new dashboard designer is getting configured, and here I go. So in the data sources, I have the combined data source, the Google Analytics and Stripe data combined data source with which I'm going to design this dashboard. So let me just first drag and drop the pie chart. And in the properties column, let me name it as gross volume by channel, and to assign the data, I'll drag and drop the amount and the channel. That's great. So let me rename this column and have it as just channels, and this one as gross volume. It is not mandatory, but for the readability, I have just renamed this. And in the properties, let me show the legend and show the value and percentage as well. And as you see here, this is a revenue related value. So let me set the format as currency. By default, the filter would have applied to show the top 5, but as we are having just a reasonable count, I'm just removing that filter and allowing it to show the entire list of channels. Yeah, that's great. And coming to the top 5 landing pages, I'm going to use the column chart from the comparison format. Let me name it top 5 landing pages by revenue and page views. And for the same, I'm going to use the landing page as my column and amount as my value. In addition to that, I'm going to use the page views as additional value. As I did earlier, let me just rename. Yeah, that's good to go. And since it is having more values, let me just filter it now to just show the top 5 of it. And also we could see that the revenue value is too large and the page views is very lesser. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make it as a combo chart Before that, let me change the format of revenue as currency. Okay. So upon clicking this chart type and axis, I'm going to change this page view as line chart and going to set it as secondary axis. With that, you could see that the two y-axis has been generated, and it allows us to easily understand about the data. For convenience, let me also show the value labels as well. Let me resize it to a little bit more so that it will be convenient to get visualized. And also you could see that the home page is listed. Obviously, just with the home page, we don't get nothing much of decision making. So what I'm going to do is let me exclude this home page alone from this dashboard. So for that, let me go to the filter, and in the list, let me exclude the home page alone. Oops, 1 second. Okay, I'm going to exclude this home page, that is one with the just with the slash. Yeah, so here we get, and we are done. Let me just preview this, and then once I find it's okay, let me publish it. Let me create a new category. And name it as well. And as you see in the dashboard, you'll be able to easily decide that this blog, 10 Great Business Intelligence Dashboards, has produced a reasonable revenue and also has a reasonable page view as well. But coming to this blog, Create Business Dashboard, so this blog has some revenue, but it has, even it has enormous page views, it doesn't generate much revenue. So but the adjacent blogs, adjacent pages have generated revenues and page views as well. So I can, as a product manager, I can decide that, okay, having such dashboards would generate both revenue and page view as well. And I can drive my product better. So this is for the first demo. And for the second demo, cross data source filtering, I'm going to use two data sources again, one from Salesforce and another from Google Analytics. So coming to the Salesforce, I have already pulled the opportunities data. As you see here, the opportunities data shows the name of opportunity, amount it has generated, stage, whether it is won or lost, and also the lead source, which is nothing but the campaign, and other details as well. Coming to the Google Analytics landing page data, it just have once again the campaign as its name itself, and the landing page, user count, sessions, and the conversion rate. So while talking in few slides back, I told about the bottom-up approach of to run a marketing or sales strategy that is combined between marketing, sales, and executive team. As you see here, the marketing team would have created the Salesforce opportunities, but while naming the lead source, they named so carefully that the lead source value and the campaign value are being the same together. They haven't named it differently. Food Festival 2018 here also has here as Food Festival 2018. Having such data designed, it helps to create that. It helps for the data analytics, and it helps to create beautiful dashboards. So upon using this, let me just create a new dashboard. For that, let me click create from scratch, and we'll name it as Google Analytics plus and Salesforce. And here I'm going to use the existing data sources which I have already created, which I already pulled from Salesforce and Google Analytics. And here I go. So first of all, I need a filter widget. So let me go and configure a list box to list all my campaigns. As campaigns are present in both landing page, I can use either one of it. So let me use the lead source from Salesforce. Okay, and let me just coming to next. Again, I'm going to use a pie chart. And with this pie chart, I'm going to find out each campaigns have delivered. And as I'm going to showcase my percentage, let me just select all these values. Coming to the column selection, I'm going to use the other data source and going to use the conversion rate for the values. And campaign as my columns. Once again, I'm going to remove the filter so that all the values would get listed. Yeah, here I go. So I could easily note that the summer food court campaigns that has been more successful apart from other campaigns. And coming to next, let me use a column chart to find out which campaign has produced more number of new users. Coming to data, Let me use the new users column measure and drop it in the values. And campaign in the column section. Okay. Yeah, I think it's good to go. So what let me do is I'll just make sure the labels are visible. And one more thing, as I told in cross data filtering, you can combine two data sources. Their values will be same, but columns are of with different names. So to enable this cross data filtering, just click this filter icon in the dashboard designer, where you could see this filter profile. Go to custom, and you can select the columns which need to be combined. So upon here, I'm going to select the column as campaign. From my Salesforce data, it will be the lead source column, and from my Google Analytics data, it will be the campaign column. Let me publish this dashboard. Okay, I think it's good to go. As you could see, the column in Salesforce is named as lead source, and the same values of column in Google Analytics, it is having the value as campaign. But we are able to combine these two data sources and get a single master widget with it. So let me uncheck all these and going to select just two of these widgets. So I can easily analyze and find out the insights from these two these widgets. How much the conversion rate by campaign and also the new users by campaign. This cross data filtering avoids unwanted ETL to rename a column. Upon all the entire demo, you would have noticed that I haven't written a single line of code, and also I haven't mind about SQL query as well. It's all about drag and drop, choosing, and just once again drag and drop the columns. That's it. Your dashboard is ready and you're able to get the insights so easily. So coming back, now I'm going to show a couple of other connecting some other data sources as well, because the scenarios are endless, right? I have just explained two simple scenarios to analyze the web pages, which web page generates more revenue and which web page generates more number of new users and so on. But there are many use cases and many data sources. So what I'm going to do is, let me just show one data source from each major type. As you see, I'm going to first show how to connect Azure Synapse Analytics, which is recently renamed in the Microsoft event, and which was actually Azure SQL Data Warehouse before that. Next, I'm going to connect Azure Cosmos DB in Bolt BI, which is of MongoDB API. And next, I'm going to connect MailChimp data source and Smartsheet data source. So once again, let me get started by creating a new data source. I'm going to the data sources part of my Bolt BI. Click, going to create new data source. So First, let me create Azure Cosmos DB data source. For that, I'm going to choose MongoDB data source because I have configured Azure Cosmos DB with MongoDB API. So I'll be able to connect my Azure Cosmos DB with this connector itself. This is my server name, and my authentication is going to be Scrum authentication, and this is going to be my username. This should be my port number, and my password is so on. Yeah. So SSL has been enabled by default by Azure Cosmos DB itself, and that's great. The connection is successful, and I'm able to list the database. So this is my database. Just give me a second. I'll quickly show from my Azure portal itself. Yeah, I just logged into my Azure portal. So let me just show the Azure Cosmos DB how it exists here. Because it is a NoSQL database, but we are once you extract the data into BolBA, it will be converted as a SQL database. Yeah, 1 second. In the meantime, let me just give the connect and extract the data as well. So as you could see, my collection present in the Azure Cosmos DB has been extracted and it is converted as flat table. So let me drag and drop the items table, get a preview of the data, and I'm going to continue it with the dashboard. So I have my Azure Cosmos DB data extracted into BolBA. Let me just use a simple grid widget to just have a glimpse of data, how it looks like. Yeah, that's good to go. And as I told earlier, this is how my data looks in my Azure portal. So to-do list is my database, items is my collection, and in NoSQL language, documents are nothing but rows, and these are the rows which has been extracted into Bolt BI right now. Okay, I'll take it back and proceed to that. Next, let me create a new data source to connect SQL Warehouse. Again, let me name it Azure SQL Warehouse. So this is nothing but the Azure Synapse Analytics, as I told earlier. My server name is this, and my username is this, and my password this one. And this should bring my database. Yes, I did. That's great. So let me connect it. And as you could see, Azure SQL Warehouse did not have the extract connection. It just have the live connection alone, because mostly the data warehouse solutions like Azure SQL Warehouse or Amazon Redshift or Google BigQuery will be having an enormous amount of data. So it is always better for the visualization layer just to present the query to the warehouse side, analyze, get it analyzed there, and get the analyzed result into Bolt BI. So with this live connection, I have my employee detail in my Azure Synapse Analytics. And this is just a sample data for a quick visualization. So this is my Azure Synapse Analytics account. And as you could see, I have this data all here. So let me just quickly showcase the data from here as well. Okay, it has some firewall restriction. It's okay. So this is what my Azure Synapse Analytics account, and my SQL data warehouse is being extracted into Bolt BI now. So let me just save it, and then another grid widget for the simplification. Let me just quickly bind my data. Okay, I just need to switch to the next data source here. So this is going to be my name and the state. So I'm just using the grid for the simplicity of webinar. So you can use as many widgets as present here. So coming to the next data source, we have connected NoSQL data source, SQL data source, and now I'm going to connect a web data source. So for this, I'm going to use the Smartsheet. I have already connected my account, so it is showing like this. If not, you just need to click the new account, and you just need to enter the credentials to get authorized. This is called as OAuth authentication. And for now, since my account is already connected, let me just directly connect to this. So you could see a beautiful interface here. You don't need to present the web URL or REST URL for each and every file. The Smartsheet file browser itself will make it user friendly and make it viewable to easily select the data. So as you see, I have navigated to the folder and selected my Smartsheet file. And I should name my data source. Here I go. Yeah. Yeah. I get the preview, and let me connect the data. The data has been extracted into Bolt BI, and let me save the dashboard. Okay. Oops. Here I have, and let me use the column chart to see the rank of different movies. Smart sheet. Let me assign the data. Okay. So I have more movies, so let me just filter it to show the top 5 movies alone. Okay. And in addition to that, let me do a quick access setting to have 4 to be the lowest value and 5 to be the topest value, so that we could easily find the difference between the rating. So with this, I have connected a NoSQL database, Azure Cosmos DB, a SQL database, Azure SQL Warehouse, and a web data source, that is Smartsheet. So there are new, as I told earlier, the solutions is countless, and you can find more solutions for specific industries and departments in this link, bowlbee.com/solutions, and you can find many sample dashboards in this link. So let me even just quickly showcase you there. So if you click this, okay, let me just save this dashboard. And let me quickly show you the options, how to retrieve the sample dashboards. All you need is to go to the home page, click on this question mark icon. Under the explore section, you'll be showed an option called sample dashboards. Just click that. Now you will be having a pop-up that lists almost 60 to 70 plus data, sorry, for 45 sample dashboards. And simply by searching, you'll be able to find the respective dashboards. Just by clicking the add dashboard, it will be added to your client, and you're good to go with this dashboard. You can even edit this dashboard and do the changes as needed by you. As you see the edit option, this entire sample dashboard is now yours, and you can edit and do whatever the operations you'd like to do. And coming to the sample dashboards for specific industries and solutions,
the Bolt BI website itself is bundled with a collection of solution dashboards that showcases KPIs and metrics related to specific industries and departments. Let us check out Education Department. Here you will find two dashboards, one for school performance analysis and other for student performance analysis. The school performance analysis dashboard is comprised of KPIs that helps management to track about KPIs like enrollment, retention rate, and overall exam results. Similarly, the student performance analysis dashboard allows teachers and school administrators to track the performance metrics of students like marks, attendance, and GPA. Check out BoldBA dashboards to explore about these solution dashboards further. You can register with a 15-day free trial account for the product type, that is cloud or on-premises, you wish to install. And make a note that it doesn't need your credit card information for setting up the trial account.